I'm about to go vote. This should be fun.
Hey, your jiu-jitsu sucks. And I'm gonna tell you why. Reason number one your jiu-jitsu sucks is because you're not showing up to class. What the hell's the problem? All you gotta do is show up. Get off your butt, get in your car, walk, skateboard, bicycle, take a plane. I don't care. Just show up. I mean, really, how do you expect to learn anything if you're not even going to where you're supposed to learn the shit in the first place? It's not rocket science. So if you're crying about not getting any better, just show up more often. Problem solved. I know, it's not actually that simple. That's not really my answer of how you get any better or stop sucking any less. In this video, I'm gonna go into things that you can actually do to really improve your jiu-jitsu. The number one thing that I can recommend that you can do to immediately start seeing better results from your jiu-jitsu is start drilling. If you're already drilling, great. If not, drilling is one of the most important things that you can do to improve your jiu-jitsu. So take the time to actually slow down, take the time to practice whatever moves you're drilling perfectly. Because if you're just rushing through all these moves, repetitions, all you're doing is building bad habits. They're gonna carry on into your rolling, and you don't want that. So what you wanna do is go slow, be deliberate, gain muscle memory. That way, the moves that you drill will carry on into your rolling the way that you drill them correctly. I know people quote the hell out of this. It doesn't stop it from being true. Bruce Lee once said that he doesn't fear the man who practices 1,000 kicks. He fears the man who practices one kick 1,000 times. And that can be you if you just start drilling. So maybe you should do it. I mean, Bruce Lee's probably not wrong about this, right? Right? Another thing that you can start doing to dramatically improve your jiu-jitsu is every time you roll, whether it's somebody who's under your belt level or above your belt level, ask them how it went. Ask them what they felt. Ask them what you did well. Ask them what you can do better. And take those comments into your upcoming rolls. A big part of jiu-jitsu is making adjustments. And sometimes if you're really self-critical, you're able to determine what those adjustments need to be. But sometimes you need to hear it from your training partners. Sometimes you need to hear it from your coach. So ask questions after you get done rolling. And I promise you, if you take those recommendations and implement them into your rolling and into your technique, you should see some improvement. Another big important thing that you can do for your jiu-jitsu is ask good questions. What are good questions, you ask? Hey, that's a great question. Good questions are things that actually have an impact on your jiu-jitsu. We've all experienced those white belts that have the what about this questions. That's not a good question, because if the instructor wanted you to know that in that particular time, he would have taught it, more than likely. A good question is something that's going to help you understand the position on a deeper level, or help you understand the mechanics of the position on a deeper level. So those are the kind of questions you should be asking. So a great example of this is if you have your instructor is teaching you in detail for mount, a good question would be, where are we focusing our pressure? How are we stopping from being rolled? What are we posting? How are we posting? Where are we posting? Things like that. Ask questions about grips. Ask questions about pressure. These are important things that you need to know in order to be successful in jiu-jitsu. So these are the kinds of questions that you should be asking. If you have a good instructor, not only will they answer that question for you, but they'll also demonstrate that move for you. That way you can experience what it is that they're actually teaching and what they're talking about. Have your instructor show moves on you. Not necessarily being the uke for an entire class or anything like that, but ask your instructor, say, hey, can you show me this pressure? I want to feel how you do it. Because I can tell you from experience, some of my best learning has been from my instructor coming over, demonstrating a move on me, and then me taking that knowledge away of, oh, this is where he puts his pressure. Oh, this is where he applies the braking force. knows, oh, this is how he breaks my grip. This is how he breaks my guard. Having that understanding of how something is applied on you only magnifies your ability to learn that and practice it on somebody else. So start asking your instructor to show moves on you. And I promise that if you do it and you pay attention and you ask the right questions, your jiu-jitsu is going to improve dramatically. This is my notepad. There are many notepads like it, but this one is mine. Note-taking is one of the most important things that you can do for your jiu-jitsu, because not only have you taken the time to start drilling and to start asking questions and implementing those techniques into your roles, but you want to make sure that you ingrain them on a much finer level as well. So taking notes allows you to sit back, reflect on the move that you learned, and write down the details. And what this does for you is reinforces everything it was that you just learned and put into those notes in the first place. One thing that I want to make perfectly clear is that when you're taking notes, it's very, very important that you write down your notes as quickly as you can. The more time that passes in between you learning a technique and you taking your notes means that you're going to forget details. Sometimes they'll be small, insignificant details. Sometimes they'll be very, very important details. So make sure that you're taking your notes as soon as you possibly can.